Hey everybody, it's Tyler with Gaia Force Gaming, and I have some locals gameplay video for you. It is from our locals at Cool Comics and Games in Cape Coral, Florida. I am over here on the left playing Blue Hybrid with Red Base, a very interesting deck that my teammate Ben, also known as Airborne, came up with and has been messing around with. And on the right is Eric playing Jesmon. So about the deck that I'm playing, I do want to do either a deck profile or just some sort of maybe talk with Ben. Just talk about just the utility of Red Base. As you can see here, I hatch Digimon and I go right into the Digimon X just to get some card draw. And basically the whole idea of it is you utilize your red eggs to get a lot of draw power with Fireball, Hero of the Skies, the Digimon package, and as well as memory gain with Gravity Crush. And you use that to facilitate whatever you want your main part of the deck to be, which in this case is Blue Hybrid. So I've already dropped the Davis, searched some pieces. He's gone up to his level 4 over there. I did swing, hit the Master Disciple, so my Gilmon does live to draw some more cards, which is great. Great news. I do drop another Davis. I'm going to get that Kendo Garurumon. Which in this deck with the Atomic Infernos is actually kind of insane to get the jamming over Koji. And overall, I just had a blast. This was my first time playing the deck. This was round 1 I recorded. I have a couple more games. I have the final round of Swiss recorded, and also a top game for spoilers. I did end up in top cut with the deck. So here, he's doing his Jesmon things. He didn't quite get to the level 6. He is having trouble finding Jesmon himself. And I've already drawn so many cards utilizing the Fireballs and the Guilmon effects. So I have quite the grip of cards over here. I do just evolve into the Kendo Garurumon. I do find that promo Guilmon in the back. Go up into the Beowulfmon. We're going to swing, crashing and bouncing the blocker Sistermon just to kind of get some board control. I was a little afraid he would pop off here. I think that I have a much better segue into late game. So I drop a Strabimon, grab a Korikakumon. If I could more or less just interrupt him from getting to his big stack and just do chip damage up until I can do a little bit of a wombo combo with some hybrids at the end there, that'd be great for me. He does hit a Koji in security, which is unfortunate. Just sets me up for some future success. And he is you know, he's still searching for that level 6. Here it looks like he might just be a little bricked up, you know. Let's make that a trend. Can we get a bricked up in the comments from my boy Eric? So I do go up into the Kendo again. He will gain the jamming this time, which he will keep even when he goes to the Beowulfmon, because it is applied to the Digimon, not just a effect keyword in this instance. So not that it mattered, we just swung over his Digimon. We do swing with the Guilmon, draw a card. Here I could have done another chip damage with the Strabimon. I'm not sure what kept me from attacking. What I was really worried about there. Maybe I was just trying to not overextend and give him another Master Disciple. Maybe I was afraid of that. I couldn't tell you exactly what was going through my mind, but I could have swung again, get some more of that pressure going in. But I am sitting pretty with 3 things on board and a Tamer, so it is still technically threatening lethal, because he did see me grab that Korikaku a little bit earlier, and I have not used it yet. I also did bounce a hybrid to my hand with Beowulfmon, so he knows I have 4 swings coming at him next turn. He does evolve up into that Savior Huckmon, and I think he is just going to have to crash with my Beowulf in order to or swing over either of the unsuspended Digimon for what it's worth, but I think he is unfamiliar with the archetype and does not want me to get a killer level 6 off or anything like that. I do run the Magna Gurumon in this build, so it's not completely unfounded, the paranoia he may or may not have. He does just go to the Searcher Huckmon. Here I go back to my turn. We're seeing if we are going to be able to close it out. I do go to the Korikakumon, gain the memory back from the Boko. We do double Atomic Inferno, swinging for several checks here. He does die on the second, but this, as long as it's not a removal spell, will be enough to take game 1. So game 1 does go to blue hybrid with red base. I don't. What's a great thing to call this? Maybe Pepsi. Is this the true Pepsi build? Or we might be calling it red base blue deck, red base blue hybrid. That has a catchy ring to it. Or purple hybrid, but purple's in quotations. What's your favorite? Let me know. So here we're going to shuffle up. I imagine he's going to make me go first for the second game, if memory serves me right. But honestly, I think if I had a little bit more practice, because I did just go into this event almost blind. I just asked Ben, what are your pointers? What should I be worried about? And as an editor's note here, for the entire event, I forgot that Koji's inheritable effect makes you unblockable. So the entire night I was playing with as if that didn't exist, and that was a little bit rough. I am, to be completely honest, a little saddened that it took me until the very end of this format to find this deck, because I am having a lot of fun just playing this pretty unorthodox deck. So I did just open a Fireball just to draw a couple cards. It let me draw into a Guilmon for my second turn, and now the Sora and Matt, which I explain all the things it does to him. He asked just for a quick little reminder. And he does have the Blanc. It looks like he might be struggling to find that level 4 here. So he's just going to take a pot shot. He does hit a Fireball, which will kill him. He'll play a CL, which will put him over to 0 with the memory gain. And we see another CL come down, just leaving me at 3. We do push up the Guilmon. I think we're going to take a few cards when I swing. Or we go right into the Korikakumon. Into the Beowulfmon, we do Gravity Crush. We're pushing a lot of pressure on here right now, because I think I'm just trying to push my advantage. We do have the Atomic Inferno coming down, so we do hit the 2 checks, and then one more with the Guilmon, drawing some cards. Now we do play the Tommy. So here I did pass him quite a bit of memory, but I already have him down to 2 security with 2 things on board and a Tamer, so I'm already threatening lethal, which, as you can see, this deck has some pretty explosive plays overall. Just so interesting the things you could pull off with the red support. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, he's definitely struggling to find that level 4. Even now, just this one more turn might be a little too much. Does search that top 5, still no Bow Huckmon to be found. So he'll grab another Searcher and a GX. And then I wonder if he's just going to turn cards sideways to try and mitigate some of this pressure I've been putting on him. Does have to get over the Guilmon just to protect himself from lethal. But even with that, if I have the Atomic Inferno, it is just going to be game over. Luckily, I don't believe I have the Atomic Inferno. So we are just going to swing that 7,000. Does hit the Crimson Blaze. And I'm just going to play that Death X just to wipe board, and I think that might cinch it. Even though I do put him to 10, he has nothing in raising. No access to rush that I know about in the deck or that I've seen. So even if he just builds amazing board here. It's unlikely he's going to be able to stop 2 checks on the following turn. We do see him tank a bit here, taking his time, as you should when put in this situation, to see if there is anything you could do to mitigate the issue. He does finally see that level 4 just a bit too late, unfortunately. He's going to pat both of those, go into the Savior. He'll be able to play a Sistermon from his hand. The Sistermon will let him Digivolve. So we're going to see the X antibody, which will let him put a Sistermon on board from his trash. He's going to Digivolve again, I imagine, into the GX at this point. Try and get a couple blockers on the board, which I absolutely do not blame him. He's going to want as many blockers going into this next turn as he can afford to find. So we are going to see him add another system on the board. Unfortunately, the FX will kill the Blanc, and that'll let him scoop it up. So good games to Eric. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if you want to see that deck list. And we'll talk about red base blue hybrid, baby. Love you guys. Bye.